I did very well. I cut the short, or I got to cut the long on this swing, and then cut the short as well. Super duper. So now, if I just talk it through, is potentially, as we said, here's the arc. So skyline's up here, mountain peak. You can see this yellow line here, which is you see the blowhorn, the whole bear market breakdown, the channel here. So you can see it got rejected at this yellow line, got rejected at this yellow line, at skyline and mountain peak. Okay, so it's done that at the moment. So potentially we could be heading down for third drop around the 31 to 33 zone. Now, maybe. So now when I look at this on the 4 hour, is the last day we have done a double top here, done a double top, and also is very strong rejection on the last two 4 hour candles. Ignore this one for now. These two, it's an up and a down, a solid rejection. So on the 4 hour, it looks pretty solid for a down. Is you can see on the EMAs, the 20 came down to cross over, the 55 got a rejection. Look, there's that lift. But look, it's after coming down just as fast. So now if it continues down and the 20 breaks the 55 here, again, that could be setting off or trip down to double top. Now, whether that happens or not now is another thing. Is when I go into the 5 minute. So here's this. Here's the crossing of the 5 minute here. Here's the bottom of the impulse. Actually crossed here, came back down sideways, crossed again, went up. So here's that lift from yesterday. Here's the 5 minute crossing down again. VWAP has turned from support to resistance. So now the VWAP is in a resistance phase at the moment. Now here's the initial push down, and there's a tendency then for a lift back up and a back test of at least the 55. I might even back test to the VWAP, yeah. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly a little bit more of a push down to that final push down to the 702 or the 786. 702, 37, 37, 37, 37, 16. I took my profit here. I did have it a little lower, but when I saw this, I thought I'll just take it and come out. This all happened so fast, you know. I didn't trust it for the volatility we're in right now. So now when it gets down here, is what I'm looking for my next entry is I'm going to go to the 15 minute. So look at this here, is the correction of this impulse is it looks like the 5 is going to do the correction. Now the question is that are we going to turn around and head back up, or are we going to continue down? What I'm looking at is what the 15 minute does. So if it's going to head down, is I'm expecting that when the 5 bottoms out, is it will come back up and do a back test. Let me just go back to the 5 for a minute. So there's the 55. So when I go back to the 15 minute, so wherever this lands, is I'm expecting it trip back to 38 or so, maybe a little higher. Might even want to go back to the VWAP. Yeah, is let's say if we put this here like this, let's say it hits the 786. Okay, so from the 786, I'm going to go from here back to the top. So now that retrace back up, back to the 05. So now when it bottoms out here, is potentially It's going to come back to at least a 0.5. It might want to go test the VWAP, but again, back up at the 702. Even a spike through to the 786 would be a stronger back test. But we've got to watch that, yeah. And then if it holds, we're looking at the 20 crossing the 55 here on the 15 minute, and that would be a signal for a stronger push down, yeah. Now, to be honest, this is very close to crossing over. So shag the back test. This might come down here, do a little bit of this, and continue on down. But procedurally, this is generally what it does. So I'm watching it, yeah. So that's what I'm looking for my next signal. Obviously, if this fails, this is going to nearly cross each other. The 20 is going to turn around, and it's going to go for another push up. So it'll show itself either way. With regards to the bigger pattern playing out, is you can see we're dancing on a 4-hour. This is a 4-hour support and resistance line. Okay, and whichever one it decides to go, is that big move could take us down to 32, or could take us up to 43. Yeah. So now look, remember the green channel here? So down like that, yeah. So down like that, or up like this. So now remember that sorry, not the green channel yet. Yeah, you can see the. Sorry, I'm thinking of two things at once. So let me start with. Remember this yellow channel? This is the midline of the whole bear market channel moving down. Got a rejection here. Mountain Peak got a rejection here. Mountain Peak got a rejection here. But look at the green channel, the ascending green channel. So we dropped out of it. We came back into it. Got rejected at this important yellow line as well. And again, we've come down to do a reset. Potentially back up again, and then the question is it going to continue up and break this line and head up the channel, or again break below out of the green channel again and start to head down. So you can see this little space. By the time it gets down, sort of this little space here that is moving in, and then we should have an answer. So yeah, it seems very, very close. It seems very, very close. If this breaks out and starts breaking above 41, then I think we're on for that bigger move. We may even break this and go head up. And we might get some spectacular move and head all the way up to somewhere in the late 50s. Now, why am I saying that? Is because there are times when Bitcoin does a $10,000 move pretty much in a day. Yeah? Does a crazy move. That could be the breakout, the relief rally. That could actually happen. If it's going to happen, it would need to happen now, because September, nine times out of the last 10 years, September has been a really dumpy month. It just gets pulled down. So if it is going to go up, it sort of needs to do it now, so it'll get pulled down in September. So that's my thought for the up. If it is, it might even just blast through this and keep going. Yeah. For the down is. If it wants to come down and drag things out for the next week or two, is we get the third drop here, and then we get this consolidation phase, third drop, final peak, final bounce, final retrace, and then it decides what it's going to do. If that happens, I'm more inclined to think that when we move into September, that we're actually going to start to just come down, and potentially do double bottom at least, but we'll see. So that's that's it. I'm sort of pondering a little bit here, so let's just move on. So you can see the play of it. Is there anything else that I can want to bring up? Like it's fairly clear what I'm saying. Any of my other charts where I want to? Yeah, I I posted this one is back to the stock. The stock on the 15-minute is in the oversold here. So this needs to reset. So this is this drop. I think at a minimum the 15 needs to reset. Come back up here. Here's the 20 and the 55. So I'll be watching this come back up and see where this price action goes, and then looking at if the stock tops out here and starts to turn back down. Again, how is it playing out with this here? So this one I'm going to be watching. It's probably going to be New York.
New York, probably around 3 o'clock UK time, because there will be a reset at the start of New York. Either way.
Yeah. So there'll be later on today. This should get up here and show itself.
Yeah.
So we're both. I took a 0.4x this morning. What did you take? 0.5 is it?
54%.
54%. So we've already hit our targets today. So we're in good form. So it'd be nice to get in another one. Then anything else? Here's the EMAs. I will be just repeating myself, but I will actually do this just if it's going to go down. Again, here's the 15-minute. And one of the things I'll be looking for after that, for a proper big move down, is how close. Let me just do this here. There's the 55 on the 15-minute, yeah? So here's the half hour. So here's the half hour. And the half hour I wouldn't put a huge amount of stock in. It'd be just on the way down. It's the hour that I would be really looking at. So here's the 55 on the hour. Now the reason why I'm showing this, because I knew they were close, is I'm going to take this one out. That's the half hour. This is the 15-minute, 55 on the 15-minute, 55 on the hour. So you can see this impulse. Look at this impulse here. So price action. For the bigger move, for the bigger promise, is I'm looking at the correction, maybe let's say coming down to the 786, goes back up, and let's say it even tests the 382. Okay, and then price action starts to come down again. We'll have something like this. Now the point I'm trying to make is that when the 15-minute crosses, this is the point I'm trying to make. It's actually worth taking the time to do it. So when the 15-minute crosses, like this, okay, look how soon afterwards. This is where we can get the big impulse move. Look how soon afterwards the hour could cross. So this looks like a retrace hour, but you're looking at maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 hours. And again, I could be wrong on this, but in another 3 hours time, 4 hours time, is not just the 15 could cross over, but the hour could cross over, and the hour crossing over will be a bigger push again. Is now if we just throw it to the 4 hour, because I started this by pointing out the 4 hour. So look, there's the hour, there's the 15, and then here is the 4 hour. So look how close the 20 and the 55 on the 4 hour are. So the cascade effect is the 15 crosses, is it pulls over the hour shortly afterwards, and then the hour pulls the 4 hour over shortly afterwards. So this 4 hour could turn in the next 1 or 2 4 hour cycles. And if that maybe a third 4 hour cycle, get a really solid crossing, and that could be a very strong push down as well. Yeah. So that would be the cascade effect if it happened, and potentially that could happen today and create the big push down. Yeah. So that's what I'm looking at. Yeah. So now when I go to the daily, it all could come down, bounce off the 37.26 here, you know, is turn around and head back up. And if you get a pump up, a proper pump up, is this will just pull this over. So if price action really started to move up towards 41 here, 41.03, if price action really began to move up like this, today this would get pulled over simply by the movement of price action, because these move with price action. They're not static. So that's it. I know I'm repeating myself, but you can see the steps that I'm looking through. That's it. I don't need to talk about that now. Okay, so that's it. I've talked through what I think, and I've layered through different charts, so we just got to watch it and play out through it. So I'll hand you over to Michaela.
Good morning, guys. Now I'll be quick because I've said what I don't know why the stocks RSIs aren't loading here. Let me just give a refresh. Yeah, there's an issue, but I'll be talking about levels mainly this morning. So here's Ethereum's 15-minute arc. Here is where we are, and it's a beautiful arc, as you can see, and we've had a mountain peak. We came down for third drop. Now third drop was harder to identify because there are 3 third drops. So I didn't know if
It's the top there, isn't it?
yeah. I'm just you guys should have seen the body language. Roy telling me it's double top. No, it's not double top. Double top is somewhere around here because we're on the this is a 15-minute arc. You will see it on the 15-minute. This is mountain peak. They're a little bit irregular because it's been an ascending one, and this is the first level one at the top of this. So this is the third drop, and then I'm not logged in Trading View. No, it's not. That's why I log in after the session. So I'll just quickly lead you through it because I'll be posting these levels on the Discord anyways. So as you can see in the space of the 15-minute arc, we've had the mountain peak. We've had the final peak here. Now we're coming down for final bounce, final retrace. At the moment, I'm out of any trade on both XRP and Bitcoin because this is how small the space is getting. So we need now to wait for confirmation on the levels rather than the bottom or the top formation. So right now we're looking at breaking levels. So now the levels that I'll be looking at for Ethereum to break are the 1860 or the top one at 1950. Let's round them off so that we have a mental note of them. 1950, 1850. These are the the two big levels that Ethereum has to break to make a move. If it breaks the 1950, we're going up for 2100. That is my opinion, and that's also my TA. So it has to break the previous high, obviously, but after all this accumulation, so it's been in this accumulation for 4 days almost, it cannot not reach 2100 if it breaks upwards. If it breaks the 1850, unfortunately, it's breaking the M formation, the peak formation of the whole swing, and the peak formation of the whole swing could lead us back to base to 1650. So in terms of if you're a hodler of Ethereum, I would be watching closely these days to see which of these levels break, because if it does break upwards, you might want to put a sell order for 2100, and if it does break downwards, you might want to sell here rather than be stuck with it for the whole downswing towards not only 1650. Again, we are part of a bigger structure on the day, and that bigger structure is this ascending wedge. And if this ascending wedge breaks, again, we're looking at coming back to base to the even the likes of 1100. But this is more a long-term process in the coming months. But for the levels that we're looking at this week, 1850, 1950, here is where we are. We haven't gone anywhere since yesterday's analysis. We've done a beautiful swing up, which I saw it coming yesterday, this nice long, and then it topped out last night and then started coming back down, which was a great it would have been a great trade to make. The levels were there. Bitcoin is in a similar situation. I hope I have the Bitcoin. Let me open there we go. So this would be the 15-minute arc. Again, beautiful space being held by the arc. I love the diversity in my trading view. Some of them are white, some of them are black. It's a garden of colors. So here we had mountain peak, final bounce, final retrace. Again, we'll be moving. If I am to pull this a little bit, but I can't because I'm not logged in. I will log in for tomorrow's. We are moving in a smaller and smaller space. Again, I would stay out of trading until bigger levels are broken. And those bigger levels are, I hope I have the, yeah, I'll be using Traders Reality for this because my 1 hour arc is not on. Those bigger levels for today are the pivot point. You can, I hope, even if you can't see it, I'll be posting it later. So the pivot point for today is 23.9, but the real level to break is yesterday's low, 23.6. So if it breaks 23.6, then we're heading towards the 22.5 area. So last week's low. We break yesterday's low, we're coming for last week's low. It would be a nice trade to make. In this space where we are right now, again, I wouldn't trade this small swing because it's too small. It's not worth coming in and out. Now I am favoring a lift today. And generally this week I can see a lift happening because this is the last chance. As Roy said, it's now or never for a relief rally. So the down level to break for Bitcoin is 23.6. The up level to break for Bitcoin starting today is the 23.9. So if the pivot point here, 23.9, breaks and it's turned back into support, we are looking at a beautiful lift of about 25k. Let's say, let's be conservative here and say 24.8. Okay, 24.8. But I'd say again, after all this consolidation, it should be coming up for 25k. And if it breaks that 25k, I have a technical target of 28k, which would be a nice target for the relief rally. That 28k would be the equivalent of the 2100 for Ethereum. Again, I would, if I were a hodler, I would have some coins for a sell order at that price, because it would be a nice price to sell at, considering what might be happening in the coming months. So these are the two levels. So remember, 23.6, 23.9 for today. I wouldn't trade until I have some nice structure, and I'm looking to trade around 3 p.m. UK time, because the start of the New York session is in. We probably have a big move at the start of the, or a bigger move than what we've had this morning in terms of this sideways, not this drop. So that's when the volume kicks in. I'll be posting all of this in some clearer TA pages in the chat. That's me. Have a great day. Enjoy the sunshine if it's still sunny in the UK and Australia. So good luck.